Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Justice Emmanuel Aqua and this is Mr. J Graphics. On today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to design a church card design. Without much further ado, let's get it looks like it's going to be like it's going to be like church invitation card. Okay, church invitation card, something like, let's call it like that. And so that is what we are going to check that out today. So without much further ado, let's jump right into the video. So what you're going to do is I'm going to create the size for that, and I'm going to use the size of A6. Okay, A6. So A6 size is 4.123. Height is 5.827. That is the default size that Photoshop will give you. Okay, so we are going to maintain that side. So let's create. And now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to divide the size into two. So by doing that, you go to view, to right from view you come down to, you look for new guide. So we just tap on the new guide, and then we are going to use vertical. You click on the vertical and then you type 50%. Right after that you press OK. No, sorry, that should be horizontal rather. That should be horizontal. Okay, then you tap 50%, then you press enter or you press OK like this. Now I'll go for my rectangular tool and I'm going to draw right from here to here like this. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a gradient. So I'll come to the layers, and right from the layers I'll go to FX. You just click on here and then go to the gradient. Now when it comes here, I'm going to use, this is not the color that I want to use, so I'm going to change the colors right here.
Music licensing reimagined.
I'm going to change the colors. Let me change the gradient style to should I? No, we are not going to use gradients. Okay, my bad. I'm just tapping on the thumbnail here, and then I'm going to use the color that I'm going to use. I'm going to type the color code, that is 000A45, right? Okay, so this is what I'm actually going to use, this color right here. And now I'm going to create a layer. I just come here and then tap layer. Then I'll go to the tools and go for my brush tool. The size is too small, so I'm going to increase it. It's too big, man. So I'll just increase it this way, and I'm going to tap on the foreground color, and I'm going to use a color 177, letter E42, right? So this is the color I'm going to use, and I'm going to tap somewhere here like that. Okay, now after this I'm going to create clipping mask. So I'll just right click on that and then just click on create clipping mask like that, and so this will go inside the shape right there. And I'm going to reduce the size a little bit, the opacity, and I press OK. After doing this, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to my details right here, and I'm going to bring this image right here. this is we are doing
Music licensing.
church invitation card. So so right after that I'll go for my details. So I'm going to
Artlist.io.
so I'm going to type, I'm going to copy some details right here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, so what I'm going to type is I'm going to use white color, and I'm going to type inauguration. This is not the font I'm going to use, so I'm going to search for this font, Audrey Sterling demo font, Audrey. So I'm going to type in
Music licensing reimagined.
inauguration. That's what I'm going to type.
Artlist.io.
Inauguration. Inauguration of okay, something like this, and I'm going to
Music
place it right
licensing
here.
reimagined.
After doing this, I'll go for something called this word
Artlist.io.
Dominion. So I'm going to copy that Dominion, and then I'll come back to here. I'll go for my text tool. I'll click here
Music
and then
licensing
press
reimagined.
Ctrl V on the keyboard like that. So I'm going to change this font to, I'm going to use big noodle font. Now I'm going to increase the size to this level like that, and I'm going to change the font, the color. So I'm going to type the code FFE 700. FFE 700. You just tap that on the keyboard, and here you go. You get your color very nicely.
Artlist.io.
Now I'm going to type here. I'm going to type Sunday, and I'm going to change the color to white.
Artlist.io.
Okay, then I'm going to increase the Sunday a little bit like that. Here, let me close the gap of the Dominion like that. So you just close the gap a little bit. Once it's done, now I'll go for my shape right here. So I'll go for a shape, and I'm going to draw right here. I'm going to draw right here. And now after I've drawn, I'm going to change. I have properties. This is what I'm about to do. I just want to curve the edges. Okay, we are using curve, and before you can do this, you have to come to this properties right here, or you click on this one right here, and then you just click on this link right here. Once you click on the link logo, it will take effect on the whole edges or the whole corner of the shape. All right, so I just click and drag like that. You place the pointer here. When you send it to left, it's like that when you send it to right. So I've gotten my, yeah, I've gotten my edges round. So I'm going to use gradient, and then I'll go to FX. Right from FX, I'll go to gradient, and down. This color too look nice, right? Yeah, I mean this one, it's quite good, you know. Wow, it's beautiful though. But I'm going to use different color. So just tap here and then go for my code like that. So I'm going to type FF 040 042, okay, like that, and I'll press OK. Now I'm going to change the gradient style to linear. Okay, so this is the color that I want. Okay, and now this one too, it's I love the color though, but I just want to make some, you know, change. So I'm going to type FF FF 950 0. Okay, so you see this one and this one seems like, yeah, they're different. So after I've done that, I'm just going to type my details right there. So I'm going to type Sunday 21st August, like that, and I'm going to change the font. I'm going to change the font so I'm going to change the font to, I'm going to use Montserrat. Okay, so I'll go for Montserrat extra bold. Yeah, I'm using Montserrat extra bold. And now what I have to do again is you know, let me change the Sunday to, let me change the bold to semi bold. Okay, yeah, just to balance it. Haha, we are doing balancing. Okay, now after doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going for eclipse tool. So I'll just go for the eclipse tool, and I'm going to draw a circle right here. And after doing this, I'm going to duplicate by pressing Control. Just hold Control on your keyboard and press J. So you duplicate this, and after you duplicate, after duplicate, I'm going to change and go for my my egg. I'll click on the shape tool, I mean the rectangle tool, any of them. I'll click any of the shapes right here, then I'll come back to the field right here, and then I'm going to take off the field, so I'll cancel it. And now I'm going to click the stroke. I'll give out the white color like that. So this is the outcome. This is what I'm actually going to get. So after doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rasterize this one. So I'll just right click and then click rasterize, because I want to delete some parts. So that is why where I want to delete, before I can delete this, I have to go for my rectangular marquee tool. So right from the rectangular marquee tool, I'm going to click, select something like this, and then I'll hold Control on my keyboard and press X. Then I cut this one off like this. So once this is done, then what I have to do is it seems what I cut is too big, right? So I'm going to cut this place like this. Hold Control and press X on your keyboard. After doing this, I'm going to duplicate this circle, this ellipse, by pressing Control J. And now this time I'm going to decrease the size to smaller size, and I'm going to place it here. Okay, then I'm going to duplicate this one, Control J, or better still, you can hold your Alt key, click and drag. Now what I'm going to place here is a time. Okay, let me use a font. Let me use this font. I love using this font, so let me use this one. Hans. There's this font that I love using, Hans. So I'm going to use Hans Bold. Hans Bold. It seems Hans Bold is very stretched font, Yeah, but I really love using it, I really love using. I really love when I'm using it. So let me cut off the date like this. Wow, this is beautiful, isn't it? Now I'm going to type the time. So the time right there, that is what I'm going to type. I'm going to type the time. So I'm going to duplicate by holding Alt key, the alternative key, then click and drag. That is also another way of duplicate. So I'll just type the time, that is 9 a.m. 9 a.m. That is the time. 9 a.m. We have to change the color so that we can see what we type right there. So I'm going to change the color. I'm going to use the same color at the background, and it seems this is a very stretch, so I have to change it and use, or better still, I'm going to make it this way, right? So doing this, and then I've just increased it, then close the space in there like that. Then I decrease the size a little bit so you can see it this way, right? Isn't this beautiful? It is beautiful. Haha. Whoa. So after doing this, then we're going to type, this is the date. We have already done the date, so we're going to type the date right here. I said the date, no, I mean the venue. So city of Dominion, city of Dominion, Dominion, and then Abreport, that is the name. Abreport Junction, Aite, like that. Then alignment. Okay, so I'm going to decrease the size to this level like this. I think this is okay, right? Yeah, it's okay. Then I decrease the size a little bit. Then I place it right here like that. Isn't this beautiful? I mean, it is beautiful, right? Yeah. It's beautiful, right? So what I'm going to do again, now we are going to do the top. Okay, this is the down, it's a card, right? So we are going to do the top. So let's start it. Now I'll go for my rectangle and I'm going to draw kind of a shape right here like that. After doing this, I'm going to change the color like this. I'm going to use this color. After doing this like that, then I have to duplicate by pressing Control, hold your Control key and then press J. You have duplicate the rectangle. Then push this one, hold your Shift key. If you want that, I'm going to create the same of this here. I want that to be in the same line, so I have to hold my Shift key and then drag. Okay, like that. So both of them are in the same line. Then I'm going to change this color a little bit, like kind of a little bit darker like this. Okay, now I'm going for my logo. I'm going to draw a watermark. So I'm going to use this to draw that watermark for that watermark, the logo, because this is when you create watermark, sometimes it makes the work beautiful. Okay, so the watermark is very simple. After you place it here, you just decrease the opacity like that. Opacity. So hope you can see. Yeah, so this is watermark. Then you lock it because it's going to distract me. After this is done, I will go for I'm going to draw a shape right here because that is where I'm going to place. I'm going to create. Let me change the color to something like this, and then I'm going to draw. After doing this, what I have to do again is I'm going to create a stroke. So you just come to the FX and you create the stroke. Let me use this color, the red color right here, and then you press OK. What else? I have to send my picture, so I'm going to send my picture right there. I'm going to send my picture.
Artlist.io.
Right here. Okay, so I'm going to do something like this. After placing the picture right here, I'm going to duplicate the picture too. Okay, I'm going to duplicate the picture.
Artlist.io.
After duplicating the picture, you insert this one inside the eclipse. Then you create a marquee, you create magic, what do you call it, layer mask on this one. Okay, look at this place very well. Okay, so I'm going to create, what should I do? There is something I want to do. I want to do something.
Artlist.io.
I want to do something. What else? Okay, let's go ahead. So you just create layer mask here. Then you go for your brush tool. Make sure the brush tool, you right click on the screen, just anywhere on the screen, right click. This will pop up, and then you select the brush, the hard brush, and you start cleaning. Some parts are needed, so you don't need to clear it. Okay,
Artlist.io.
some parts are needed, so you don't need to clear. Something like this. So this is what I'm actually going to maintain. Okay, I'm going to maintain it this way. Then I'm going to group it. Just highlight all of them. Then you click on the group, create group. Then you group them. After grouping them, then you know how you're going to position them right here. After doing this, you go for your the name. So man of God name will come. His name is Pastor Joseph Ajay. So I'm going to type Pastor
Artlist.io.
Pastor Joseph Ajay. Okay, so this is the name. Now I'm going to use that what we call typography. So I'm going to use typography here. I'm going to change the font, this one, to the name of this font. This is called autograph personal use only regular. So I think that is the font I'm going to use for the pastor. And I'm going to increase the size a little bit. And now I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use Montserrat. So I'm going to choose the regular. Okay, and I'm going to make this one bold, caps letters. After doing this, I'm going to change the color of the text. I mean the name of the man of God, the name of his color. I mean the name color. I just change it a little bit. Now after doing this, what I'm going to do again is I'm going to bring a logo. So I'm going to bring the church logo here. I'm going to decrease it and I'll drop it right here. After doing that, I'll click on the logo and I'll go for my brush tool. Then I'm going to create a layer. Okay, create a layer. Then you bring it down for this one. Then you increase the size. After increasing the size, what you have to do is make sure your foreground is black. Then you just click. Let's go back. Let's choose the fading one. Hold your shift key and then drag this node here. This one too. I am holding my shift key because I'm using Photoshop 2021, okay? But some of the old one, the old version, you don't have to hold you just go ahead. Now I'm going to type the church name right here. Then the church name is called Power Gens Embassy, right? The embassy, the S should be capital. After doing this, I'm going to decrease the size, scale it to this level. Now I'm going to change the font style to bold. After doing that, I'm going to type down here. I'm going to take off the caps. Then I'm going to type special invite. Okay. After doing this, I'm going to create dot. So I just double click and then create dot. Or okay, I'm not going to create dot. I'm going to use type to program like this. So I'm going to leave that here, and now I'm going to change the font style to some script font. Okay, this one is okay for me, and I increase it. Special invite. Now I'm going to create what I'm going to create is the space where the guest, the person that you have invited, where they will write their names. So watch this place very carefully. All right, so I'm going to create a layer, and I'll go for my brush tool. I go for my brush tool, and I'm going to increase the size of the brush. This is too much. Something like this, and I'll press OK. Okay, this is okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is okay, it seems this one is kind of I might not get what I want, so I have to delete it and then go for eclipse, draw the eclipse. After I draw, what I'm going to do, go to the layers and then select the eclipse, right click on that and rasterize it. Okay, after you rasterize it, you go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. So you are going to blur it. Okay, I think this is okay for me. And now I'll go for my marquee, rectangular marquee, and I'm going to stand this point and I'll cut it like this. Okay, you just select, make sure you select it in the layer before you use the marquee tool. And I'm going to hold my control and then press my X, something like this. So I'm going to place this one right here. I'm going to hold my shift and then drag this node, then drag this one here and bring this one here, something like this. Okay, so I mean, this is where they are going to write their name. Instead of me to make it, let me create layer and then use my brush and then clear some places. Right, something like that. So some places have been cleared. All right, now I'm going to decrease the opacity a little bit like this. So instead of me to make it, instead of me, creating a dot like this one, instead of me creating dot, I decided to do this one. Okay, instead of me to create dot like this, okay, I decided to make it this way because I mean that's what, if you make it dot, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, but I decided to do it this way, right? So guys, this is the end of this tutorial. I know you've learned something from here. Please do me a favor and subscribe to this channel. I've realized that most of people have not subscribed. Please do me a favor. After you subscribe, click on the notification bell. Please, I beg you in the name of God. I beg you. It's because of you, that is why we are making tutorials, so that you also learn something. Okay, but so do me favor, okay, and subscribe, and God will bless you. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. My name is Justice Emmanuel, and I'm going to see you on my next video. Bye.